We're talking about Fruitful Pursuits Peach 2023. These are the release notes.
Punchy, almost candy-like fruits.
And the acidity on this is lovely. Like, I think if you like a beer with a little bit of a juicy kind of like salivating kind of acidity.
Salivating is definitely like
That's
the right
what I find
word for
myself
it.
doing, salivating as I drink this beer. So I have to drink another one. Hi, I'm Greg Zestrup from the Blind Enthusiasm Brewing Company, and today we're talking about Fruitful Pursuits Peach 2023. These are the release notes done March 10th, 2025. This beer is hot off the presses, being released in a couple weeks, and we're very proud of it. It uses delicious peaches, right, Doug?
Yeah.
Where are the peaches from?
These peaches are supplied to us through Steve and Dan's Fresh BC Fruit, and they're grown out in the Okanagan, and they're Angela peaches.
Angela peaches. So there's someone's personal stock of peaches.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head where that comes from or what the heritage of the peaches are, but yeah, they're a very common variety of peach in the Okanagan. Cool. You can get at the farmers markets.
Nice. Well, let's begin by opening the bottle, as is customary. I sometimes have a story to tell. Often it's about me injuring myself as we process the fruit, but I don't think I was there for Peach Day. I'm trying to remember. I don't even know, how did we process the peaches? Do you recall?
The peaches are cut in half and then the pit is removed.
Okay.
I
was there for Peach Day.
We do so many stone fruits, it's hard.
Yeah.
They kind of all blur together at a certain point.
No, I wasn't there for Peach Day. I was there for another stone fruit we'll be talking about momentarily. So Doug is opening that bottle, and he's going to pour some delicious peach beer. There's lots of squeaky sounds coming from that cork. Once again, I mean, this is pretty hot off the presses, so we will give it a try. He's going to do his pour now. Let's see this technique. Notice with his pouring method, he doesn't jostle the bottle too much. He's very gentle. He's very even. He doesn't go up and down like this, which is what I typically do, but I work hard not to.
Oh no, I spilled.
Shh, they can't see that on camera. It's too small. Ooh, it smells really nice. Actually, pretty decent clarity on this. I think this has been one thing you notice if our beers do have lees in them, when they sit for a bit, they kind of, the clarity gets really, really nice.
Yeah, one thing with like peaches and plums especially is there's a lot of pectin too. So even if the beer's sat for a while, often they'll still have
some kind of
some level of haze, just because the pectin will stay in solution for a lot longer.
All right, well, let's give this baby a try. Cheers. I mean, I really noticed, I felt the aroma when you opened the bottle was really quite fresh.
Yeah, I mean, with peaches, they're going to be a very like punchy, almost candy-like fruit. Like,
yeah.
Angela peaches especially are like a really, really high concentration variety. So like the sugars are concentrated, they're quite sweet. Sometimes you'll get peaches and they're a little watery and stuff, but the Angelas were recommended to us by Steve and Dan specifically because of the intensity of flavor.
Very nice. And I mean, the color's beautiful. I mean, the peach doesn't, I mean, maybe it lightens it a bit, or I don't know. How would you say about the color?
Yeah, so peaches are a funny one where the color of the juice matches the beer quite similarly. If anything, you're correct in that it lightens it a little. Yeah. So compared to our other beer, you could, if you put them side by side, you might notice like a slight decrease in the saturation of like our classic like golden yellow color.
Yeah, and as always, we cheated and tried this last week. So talking a bit about the aroma, I mean, this was actually really interesting. We were very specific on the aroma. Maybe tell the folks how specific.
Well, it's funny because when you're talking fruit, especially when you use whole fruit, there's the character of like the like eating the fruit, so the skins and the flesh and all of that. So when you're smelling this one from the aroma, you're definitely getting like a lot of the aromatics from the skin. You're getting like that light, stemmy, vegetal kind of character to it. And then because of the concentration of the sugars, you're getting into like some light caramel notes and concentrated
really
sugar and everything like
even
that.
Even though it's got like nice tartness to it, it's got still some caramel and like, yeah, we were all at peach skin. It's not the flesh of the peach, it's the skin.
Yeah, especially aromatically.
Yeah, flavor, I think we felt ripe, right? Like,
yeah, like getting into the flavor, you're into like really ripe peach. And these were harvested at peak ripeness. We're not ripening off to go to market or anything like that. They're getting harvested right when they're ready for us. So yeah, and the flavor, you're getting into like that rich, ripe, juicy, like peach flavor. And that kind of dominates like a good amount of the flavor. Like you do get some of the fermentative qualities of the beer, like a little bit of like the ester side of stone fruit. But yeah, the peach will always dominate in something like this.
Well, this can't help but notice the gray label, meaning it's a mixed spontaneous blend.
Yes.
So what's the story with that? On like, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So when we're blending for individual fruits, we tend to pick barrels that we know are gonna highlight that fruit the best. So we make both mixed ferment and spontaneous. And when we were going through the barrels on this for this one, we found some spontaneous barrels that were already themselves like very peach forward from a fermentative perspective, like very
no addition.
Like very ester forward, and the esters in a lot of our spontaneous stuff are peach like too. And then when we were going through, because peach is more subtle as a fruit compared to something like, say, the currants that we were tasting earlier this year.
That's for next year, but don't worry about that yet.
We wanted something to blend with those spontaneous ones that was going to balance that subtlety and everything. So the mixed ferment was just the best option.
That's
for
1,
that.
2, 3, 4-year blend, I guess, as well. 4-year barrels.
Yeah. So yeah, you're getting into different depths with the different vintages and things like that.
Cool. Any other flavor notes to call out, or?
I mean, in the flavor, we talked about the ripeness of the peach, but then it's also getting the tannin from the peach. So the skins, like in most fruit, will add a level of tannin. These ones almost give the texture of like eating like a fuzzy peach skin, right?
Too, which is really cool.
So you're going to get that in the texture as well as the flavor of those tannins as well. Because there's a little bit of the stone quality in it, you're getting like a light nuttiness, almost like walnut skin quality from the actual stones of the pits.
And the acidity on this is lovely. Like, I think if you like a beer with a little bit of a, like that juicy kind of like salivating kind of acidity, like.
Yeah, it's definitely amplifying the juiciness of the peaches and everything, and salivating is definitely like
that's
the right
what I find
word for
myself
it.
doing, salivating as I drink this beer. So I have to drink another one. Texture-wise, really killer. Like, I think, again, textures we obsess over. It's very important for our beers. Tell us about what you accomplished on the texture on this one.
Yeah, so the texture really, we've noted it a lot. You're getting into like the juicy coating, juiciness of it, and then with a drying finish, you're getting again we see it in a lot of the fruit beers, and it's a big advantage of using the whole fruit is the actual like fuzzy peach skin texture in the beer itself, and that's really what stands out, other than the juiciness texturally in this one. Right.
Finally, carbonation is kind of like pretty much in line with our typical carbonation these days. Yeah,
pretty like medium standard for us. It's definitely got like a presence of carbonation, but we do the odd one where it's like champagne levels, and this is like maybe a touch below that.
Right. I mean, tasting great. I mean, it's coming out shortly. Those of you who watch this later, it'll be out by that time, and we'll have it for a while. we make, how much do we make of this typically? A beer like this, we make quite a few bottles, I understand.
Yeah, we're a batch of fruit beers between 2,300 and 2,500 liters.
That's like 3,000 to 4,000 bottles-ish.
Depending on how we package it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
All that,
so it's going to be delicious. It's going to be around for a while, and we hope you like it. Drink now, drink in the future. All the best.